Hello, fire signs. This is Casey. I'm here to do your general reading from the 13th until the 20th of December. Okay. And so the first card I pulled is Broccoli Dragon. These are so cute. They're the field guide to garden dragons. Okay. So this card says the Broccoli Dragon reminds you to find your best place. We are not always fortunate enough to live where we truly thrive. It's time to determine where your ideal spot in the world is. This is a physical place rather than a metaphysical place. If you cannot pick up roots to move, get serious about clearing your home of unnecessarily clutter. Boy, I need a speech therapist here. Set your mind to creating your own sacred space. And that's perfect timing because we're, right at the beginning of the new year and everybody. Oh, hold on. Why won't you? Sorry, guys. I apologize. Okay, so that's my youngest daughter, so she could wait a minute. So the other energy. I have a new phone and it's not responding. Oh, God. Okay. Let me turn the ringing off because she's going to call again. Okay, so the other part of the general energy is, ringtone. Okay, is the Chariot. Okay, there's forward movement. There is some success. Okay, you don't quite have a handle on everything yet, but there is some movement and change, and there is some coming into balance. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so where are we? I'm trying to bookmark these for you guys to make it easier. Okay, so Aries, we'll start at 2:30. Okay, so Aries, the first card up is the Fairy Oracle cards. It says wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with the challenge. Okay. Show it to you. Oops. Okay. Yes, daughter. This is my daughter telling me I put the video down as 9/13/19. I will go in and do that, Brianna. Thank you very much. For some reason, I'm stuck in September. I started to do that on another video too. Which video was it, Brianna? Okay. You can tell my daughter is on top of things. Okay. I got it. Don't call me during the video, though. Message me. You're funny. Okay, so in the past, Aries. This is in the past, we have the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this Knight of Swords is a very fast-moving energy. There's been lots of transformation and change, and there's probably been some communication coming and going. If it hasn't started yet, it's going to happen real quick, okay? There's lots of truth being spoken and things going back and forth, okay? And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this is a completion. This is a new beginning. Okay, you've reached a point of stability, or this person has reached a point of stability and prosperity and abundance. To me, Pentacles is accumulation of the Cups, the Swords, the Wands, and the Pentacles. Okay, it's just everything. It's stability, tangible assets, safety, security. Look at this little mouse. He's well fed. Now, the thing is, make sure that you stay connected to and grounded. Okay, don't let it all go to your head. Be very, very connected to it. Okay. So in the now we have Temperance and we have the Six of Cups. Okay, Temperance is a very healing card. Everything is coming up at once. Okay. It's telling you to have patience. Okay. There's lots and lots of healing going on. Okay. You are coming into balance emotionally and with your passions and desires. Okay. And you're learning more about yourself, what you want and don't want. And as you're doing that, we have a situation or a person that's coming back from the past. It could be that you are also, with the holidays, we're nostalgic. We remember what it was like as children, and what felt good and what didn't. It's just could be a need to also tap into your inner child, and come into balance. Little healing there for whatever's coming up, whether it's a person, or a place, a thing, whatever. There's healing and just have patience with everything that's going on. Okay. So in the future, we have the Page of Cups and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Cups could be an apology. Okay. It's something being offered that's something of an emotional nature. And then we have the knights. Okay, pages are communication, wands are action. This is the slowest moving card. It's very stable. It's very long term. Okay, it's good that it's a slow energy because while this is coming up in this video, also it's a very, very, you're dealing with lots of fears and things that are coming up. Okay. So it's just allow the healing to come in. Okay, so we have Leo, and we'll start that at 7:31. Okay. So the first card for Leo is temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. So we have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords in the past. This is a power couple, Okay. The person in the past. Okay, I'm no good at Okay, so swords are air signs. Okay. So are you asking for the Leo reading, or are you at the Aries reading, or for this reading? Because the swords are air signs, okay, normally, and this is like a power couple. They've achieved they've achieved mastery, completion, gone through lots of transformation and change. They do know how to follow their intuition. Okay, there is truth being brought to the situation because they both carry the sword of truth. Okay, they've achieved goals. They've achieved the mastery over the mind and the little monkey mind that just keeps going on and telling us, no, you can't have this, you can't tell that. Okay. And if you tarot spiritual beauty, let me know if you're talking about the Aries reading or this reading, because okay. So in the future for Leo, we have the Magician and we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, when you look at the Magician, it's not somebody that just achieved mastery overnight. They have studied and practiced and studied and practiced for years and years in order to get to this to this. Okay, so the Aries one. So in the first one, okay, we'll go back to that in a minute. Okay. It's taken them a long time to get to this mastery. They have all the tools, they have all the ability to manifest exactly what they want. Okay. They know how to bring it from the heavens into the earth. Okay. Now, this is somebody that's not seeing something clearly. Okay. There are possibilities here and there are failures here. And it's like this person is just feeling so discouraged that they're walking away from the situation. Okay. So what did I do? So that's the past. This is a present. Okay. Okay, so in the future, we have Judgment and we have the Page of Swords. Okay, so Judgment is a reawakening. It's a calling. Yeah, we'll go back and talk about the Aries reading in a minute, okay? I'm not real good at pointing out signs, but I can point out a little bit, okay? So Judgment is a reawakening, a reconciliation. It's something that you thought was dead and gone being recalled to life. Okay. Okay. So this is and so the pages are also communication and truth, and a lot of times the Page of Sword is some communication that's not real good. Okay. It's might be bad news. Okay. So there might be some things coming up that you need to deal with from the past. But don't forget, there's some victory and forward movement here, okay? Okay, so we'll go back and we'll look the person from the past. See, I'm not sure what sign that would be under. It's a person or a situation. It may not be specifically a person, but see, with the cups are a water sign, okay? And the pentacles are an earth sign, if that helps any. I guess I need that's something there's two things that I want to look at more is more the numerology and knowing the only sign, of the court cards that I know is a Capricorn, because the Capricorn is the devil card, and it kept popping up into every one of my readings for a while because I was dealing with a Capricorn, and it was like, wow. Okay. I'm sorry. I hope that helps a little bit. But, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be a situation or just nostalgia, especially around the holidays, We can pull another card on that at the end, okay? So let me finish. Let me finish. Okay. I pulled 3 cards on that one. Okay, so we are going to go on to Sag, and then we'll go back to the Aries and we'll pull another card, okay? So Sag is 1430. Okay, so it's stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Okay, so in the past, we have the Ace of Swords and we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, the Ace of Swords is new beginnings. It could be new job, new goals, more clarity. Okay, it's moving forward into new beginnings in all these areas, knowing and seeking the truth. Okay, you're in these new beginnings, but at the same time, you're stuck in this mental prison. Okay, this is a self-made prison. Okay, her hands are bound, but they're not held down. She could reach up and take this blindfold off. Her feet are not bound. She could stand up. She could reach out and grab one of these swords, cut through the chains, get up and walk away. It's just a change of perspective. It's focusing on the good things rather than the bad things. Okay, these new beginnings are here, but you're putting out this cage. You're not seeing any other possibilities. You're not seeing any other options. Okay, start asking the universe questions. What else is possible here? What's good about this that I'm not seeing? Just ask questions. It opens up energy. Follow the energy, follow the knowing, follow your intuition. Okay, now it's interesting because in the now I pulled up 3 cards. So we have the 4 of Wands. Okay, this is the 1111 card. It's happiness, joy, celebration. Could be a marriage card. It's happy family. But the thing is, you're having to deal with some illusions and fears in the meantime. Okay, these are things that are coming up that need to be looked at. Okay, before you move forward. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. Again, this is somebody that's not sure what they want. Okay, they have the prosperity and abundance, but look what he's doing. He's not only holding it close to his chest, not giving and receiving, but he's also covering up his heart. Okay, so that's kind of telling me that he's emotionally shut down at this point. And these are not gender specific, okay? Now, seeds were planted a long time ago. It takes years for a tree to grow to maturity and to be able to bear fruit. Okay, now it's time for choices and decisions. Now that it's starting to happen, it's starting to grow, it's coming into maturity, what are you going to do with it? You've asked for it. Now, what are you going to do? Set some goals, make some plans. Because this person is like, okay, who's going to harvest it? Where am I going to store it? Where am I going to sell it? How much do I save and invest for next year? It's always remember to prepare and save of some of it for the next year, okay? And then in the future, we have the 6 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. Okay, the 6 of Wands is victory. This is forward movement. This is an important card because this is also recognition. People seeing who you are and what you've accomplished, okay? That's one of the things that we don't have in this reality anymore is people don't see who we are. And that's very, very important. We have a tendency to hide who we are also, okay? But as this person recognizes you, okay, sees who you are, it's bringing in this happiness and joy. Look at this celebration, coming together, a community. Look at this. You can't say that this card is a third-party situation because, look, these cups are emotionally filled and they're overflowing. So you have some wonderful, wonderful things coming in, okay? So I hope that helps. So I'm going to go in and pull a couple cards for Aries here and see if we can come up with something to help tarot spiritual beauty. Okay. Let's see if we can clarify if it's a person that's coming back, if we can clarify what sign they are. Okay. Well, I've got the Hermit. I don't know what sign that would be. I do have that it might be a situation that's coming back because we have the 2 of Swords, and that's a should I, shouldn't I card, okay? we do show the Temperance and the Six of Cups. There's healing going on with this past situation, whatever it is, but you're not sure about it. You're not sure what decision to make. Okay. But yet there's been lots of hard work put in. Okay. You've accomplished a lot, but at the same time, you're still juggling a lot of things. It could be like home, work, relationship, there's some things being juggled that need to be come into balance. Okay. But then too, we have the Hermit card. I'm not sure if you know what the Hermit card is, what sign it represents. But, this is going in and looking at yourself, finding your own light, finding out who you are, what you want, what you don't want, and tapping into your own inner authority, okay? In fact, let me see if I can Google. Okay. What sign the Hermit would be. I know I'm lacking things on my readings. Let's see. Okay, what sign? Does the Hermit... Because to me, because we have a sword sign here, that is an air sign, and then we have a pentacle here, and that is a earth sign, and then the Hermit would be, okay. Well, it says it represents coming out of the other side of loneliness and solitude, but okay. I'm not getting an answer on that. And Virgo. A Virgo, which would also be an earth sign. Okay. So we have an air sign and an earth sign there. So I guess it would depend on the situation. Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't be a little more clear on that. But I'm still, I've been doing this for a long time, but I'm still learning things. And we're all, we got to learn something new every day or we get stagnant. If that makes sense. At least I need to learn something new every day. And it's funny because I have been on a spiritual path for 45 years and they don't teach the things that I learned anymore. I learned a lot of deep esoteric type things and they don't teach that stuff anymore. That's one of the things that I would like to do is start teaching some spirituality classes. I think one of the most important classes that we could do is the power of the spoken word. And I recommend to everybody to read Debbie Ford's book, The Dark Side of the Light Chasers, because we are whole and complete. We have the light and we have the shadow, and they are needed to be in balance. And when we push away things that we don't like about ourselves, we're fragmenting our souls. So we spend the first half of ourselves, whatever we don't like or somebody doesn't like about them, we lock away in a room. And then we spend the second half of our life trying to reclaim all those parts of ourselves. If we could sit down and learn to talk to those parts of ourselves that we are denying, then we would realize that they really are a gift for us to learn from. And you sit down and you talk to that part of yourself. It will tell you why it's coming up. And a lot of times it's a gift. It's a gift because, it may be coming up as protection. She gives an example where she was in a class and the teacher was talking to her, and then all of a sudden she just told her, "You're a bitch." And she goes, "Oh, how does she know?" And then the teacher went on to explain to her that sometimes it's a gift. Sometimes you need to be a bitch in order to get things done and get things accomplished. It's actually a gift, but we don't allow ourselves to be that. So then we become a doormat, So, like I said, I may be lacking some things on on the tarot cards, but I try to expand, you know, and each one of the animals. And I love these cards because they all have little symbology and stuff that means things, you know. So I'm sorry if I didn't get your question answered, tarot. Spirituality, spiritual beauty, okay. But I maybe I'll make a little note on the side and look that up if anybody asks me questions in the future. And I do want to study the numerology more because I think it's important. You know, like the 9 is an ending and the 10 is it's a completion, but it's also moving into the new energy. Also, that makes sense. So, okay. I hope the rest of the reading resonated and helped everybody, okay? And I need to go back in and change the dates on 2 of the videos. I don't know why I am stuck on September. I was going through a lot of things in September. I was blocked off from doing any readings. I went through a computer. We couldn't get internet access. I was just limited in communication with people. My phone didn't have enough data on it and wouldn't work in Arizona, right? And then when I got back, I went through 2 more computers, borrowed one, it wouldn't work. Now I have this borrowed one and it's working. And it's like the universe is just kind of saying, well, you know, no matter how much you can fuss and try to make things happen, we have a say in what's going on, you know. You can't force things to happen if we don't want it to, you know. So because I was trying to push a situation and I'm sure the other person is just not ready, okay, if that makes sense. So thank you for listening to me rat through all my readings. I'm sorry if I didn't get everything answered for you. I do try, and I do answer questions, and I try to be as explicit as I can. So, you know, that's one of the things that I'll look into doing, okay, to expanding that a little more. Okay. You all have a wonderful week. I will get back. I will do these readings again next week. And like I said, YouTube only sends out 3 notifications a day. So sometimes you won't get a 4th notification on the readings that I've done on a day. So, you know, come back in and check and see if it's up. It should be up, though, because I'm trying to do these all in one day. That way I'm not. And I've kind of grouped them together in order to get them out faster for you. And I think I can get a lot of information out this way, too, especially doing these ones weekly. And I will be doing, we're working on the second half of the month love readings also next week. So, okay. Let me know what you guys like and don't like about the channel and what you'd like to see me improve. You know, I appreciate the feedback. And thank you for everybody that's subscribed, you know, that's hung out while I went through all these changes, trying to get through everything the universe was not letting me do. What can I say? You know, that was a major lesson because I'm usually the person that goes in and takes charge and, you know, gets things done and moves forward. And I was just totally blocked in every instance on everything. And it was, you know, a major lesson for me because I've never had people do things for me and had to get things done for myself. So it was a little bit frustrating. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for listening to me rant a little bit here. And you guys all have an awesome weekend. I will see you again next week. And like I said, leave comments of what you like and don't like. That'll help me. And if you've got any suggestions for anything, I know you do stuff for me. Look at my daughter here, my peanut gallery. Okay, she's the one that just let me know that I put the wrong dates on them too. Yes, I know you do things for me. You're my only support that I've had, but you're in a whole nother state. And you were there the whole time everything was going on, so And then you brought me down there to help you with the wedding, and then you wouldn't let me help. So, okay, we will see you all next week, and you have an awesome week. And I hope everybody's having a good time getting ready for the holidays. And this is what I'm going to tell you. They were stressing for this full moon that it's important for forgiveness. I want you to write a letter. I'm suggesting you write a letter tonight to yourself on what you want to forgive of yourself. Do you have any idea how much megabytes of energy you will release if you start forgiving yourself for everything? Nobody's as hard on us as we are on ourselves, okay? And if you start letting go of all that and forgiving yourself, like holding ourselves back or judging, I forgive myself for judging myself. That is huge, okay? We're not only ending the year, we're ending a decade. So it's time to let go of all this stuff so we can move forward, okay? And then write it up and then burn it. We're still in the energy of the full moon, I think till tomorrow morning. So, write it up tonight and burn it in the morning, or write it up tonight and burn it tonight, okay? That's a suggestion, okay? You all have a good night, and Brianna, I will go in and correct those. Thank you for see, you still got my back. Okay. Thanks, son.